When is quantity better than quality? Points in any match. Doesn't matter how you scored, a point's a point. Unless you're a contestant on whose line is it anyway, because the points don't matter. And now it's time for scenes from a hat. Times it would be inappropriate to begin removing your clothes. Do you know why I pulled you over? Happy birthday, Grandma. Does the school bus stop here? Let's begin with M42, by the, oh God. As I was saying, Your Honor. These are better than any you find on Racina's Framahat. If you're an alcoholic, then probably booze. Yep. Used to drink high-dollar liquors and craft brews, stuff like that. Now I just drink shitty cheap vodka and occasionally natty pert and never go out. Trying to leave it all behind. Easier said than done though. Edit, thanks for the kind words and encouragement. Each time I relapse and go on a bender, getting sober gets harder and the withdrawals are worse. Even after having seizures, I'm still drawn to it. It's ducked. Quitting is extremely difficult. I was a serious alcoholic for probably about 6 to 7 years, where I was drinking at 12 to 34 of a fifth of whiskey on top of 6 to 10 heavy beers every single night. I finally quit, and it was insanely hard, and I made it 2 years. Now I'm back at it again. I completely cut out hard liquor, but I still drink an absolute shitload of beer. It's not even 2 p.m. here yet, and I've already drank 4 Tallboy IPAs, 7.25% of. It sucks, and alcoholism is expensive as duck, even when you're trying to be cheap. Edit, normally I don't edit, and yes, I know Robert speech edits, but I took a nap and woke up to 150 messages and it's hard to reply to everyone, so I'm making a general reply here. Many of the responses have been inspirational, many of them telling me their personal stories, and the occasional asshole, hey, what are you gonna do? Thanks to all for the support and kind words, it really helps. I've read every single message. Also, although I don't think my post was worthy of any medals, I thank the anonymous Redditors for giving such. It's a nice token of generosity, though I feel your money is best spent elsewhere. Thanks again for all the kind words. They really do help. You can do this. I hope you can find the support you need to make a change. Good luck. Edit, thanks for gold, first time. Hey, one true bull, look at all this love and support you got here. This is your moment. You can do it. Thanks, man. Much appreciated. Herities and bobby pins because you lose them anyway. I can't agree more. In my household, there's also the possibility that our cat has stolen them. I'd rather have extra over needing to wrestle the cat for something I paid way too much for. My pug is obsessed with bobbins. AKA hair ties, loves to choot wankling them. I buy them in bulk to keep him happy. Spending time with your kids. Your kids don't care that you took them to France for 2 weeks, if you're not around the rest of the year. It's much more important to be present, and to be a part of their daily routines. Edit for clarification, when I say spending time, I mean interacting with them. Not just occupying the same room and being inattentive. Also, yes, I get it, if they spend all day beating you, then it's not great. I'd like to think I didn't have to be explicit about that. Presents over presents. Ada, thank you for the silver. Y'all are so sweet. Edit 2, wow, Gilded 2? Thank you. If anyone else is considering giving precious metals, please donate to your local animal shelter instead. 3. Water when you're fighting a fire. Can't put out a burning building with a bottle of Fiji water. Edit, added water for clarity. I'd rather have a buttload of crumpled $100 bills than one shiny new one. Edit, thanks for the silver, kind stranger. I never thought my silly joke would be seen at all, let alone top 18k likes. How many crumpled $100s can you fit up your ass? It's actually the way they get crumpled. You can fit more bills if you put them in rolls before rectal insertion. Mine just sucks up like an ATM. Can you shoot them out later like one of those money guns? Zergrush. Speed is a quality. And a quantity. They'll take 1 million even if they are in barely acceptable condition. Alright, 1 million Zimbabwean dollars, just for you. Rhythm and Keespa. Better than most comments there, granted, And you die from cancer really? Come on now. Yeah, most people aren't really good at monkey's paw. The point is to duck with their wording. You can't add shit. A good example from Fairly Odd Parents is I wish for an omelet and Timmy gets an omelet with no plate or utensils. Some people would say okay, but omelet has shards of glass in it for no fucking reason. Bees. When Oprah Winfrey gave away a bunch of bees on her show, it didn't matter if they were top quality or not. A bee is a bee. Did I miss this episode? Bees.com. The fact that someone bought this domain just to host the meme really makes it funnier. Too bad it's not bees.s. When you have more troops than the enemy has bullets. Russian anthem increases edit. I'm making a joke about World War II, so please stop commenting about the Winter War and the White Death. Conversely, when you have more bullets than the enemy has things to shoot. Accuracy through volume, it's the American way TM. Suppressing fire is no joke. Militaries use it for a reason. If they can't poke their head out, they can't see what you're doing. Don't forget the artillery support. It's a hell of a lot easier on your infantrymen if you can shell the other guy to hell and back on 10 minutes notice. Can you repeat that? Not sure if this is a repeat joke or an all artillerymen are deaf joke. Either way, as a former infantryman here, I got a lot of love for both artillery and aviation for making my job easier. Yes. Man, I still use say again in everyday usage, especially when talking over the phone. Guitar picks. It doesn't matter if you have a crappy hand-me-down one or a fancy collector's one, you're going to lose it one way or another. I met a guitar player a few weeks ago who mentioned that she has the same pick since, 15 years or so. It's a teardrop-shaped one, which was pretty expensive, as she said. I have one that's 20 years old. I haven't been using it that long, it just got lost for 12 years. Qualified votes in an election. Quality is 100% irrelevant. Edit, changed votes to qualified votes for clarity. GPA, unless your school does weighted, you only need is to get a good one. Everyone in my graduating class with 4.0s took 4 years of home EC and gym class to blow off their time in school. Yep, I took a bunch of super hard classes, did loads of work, and ended up with 3.6. My friend took a bunch of easier classes, and got 4.0 without any massive effort. In my country, you have to take the harder classes to get into any respectable university. So you couldn't just take 25 gym classes. Oh yeah. He didn't quite do that, he took all the normal classes, and more arts humanities focused classes which at out HS were relatively easy. We both did well on standardized tests and got into our first choice colleges. Wow, a happy ending smile. Funeral kazoos. The duck is a funeral kazoo? I am glad you ask, and what a good question that is. What is it? Well, just as the name states, it is a kazoo you use specifically during funerals. Are you tired of looking at all the people despairing over the loss of a good friend, family, and loved member of the community? Is that widow annoying you with her tears over her husband's cold, dead body? Want to make little Tommy stop bowling his eyes out because his last words to his dad were "I hate you, you don't understand me," and that's a regret he will carry for the rest of his life? Well, funeral kazoo is your best bet to lighten the mood and turn all those frowns into smiles. Just one single blow and you will get the party started, because I am sure good old what's-his-name would want you to remember him with a warm smile. What's the fun in funeral? If you rearrange the letters in funeral, you get real fun. According to a lot of teachers and professors, words in a paper. I hated that so much in high school and college, where I would have to add a bunch of extra bullshit to a paper to meet the minimum amount of words. I'm a university professor, and that's why I no longer have an exact page count. I would like a reaction paper of 2 to 5 pages. Say what you have to say and keep it at that. It still freaks some students out. They have been programmed by their prior educational experiences to deliver an exact page word count. The ambiguity is too much for them. I just remind them that lots of things in the real world don't have page counts. That's interesting. Most of my teacher would only give a maximum number of pages, but not a minimum. That way the bad essays wouldn't be too long XD. I'd have written you a shorter letter, but I didn't have the time.